See, and this is second try of this, anyways. With Deku had a ghost slash zombie quirk. Okay, how's okay? During when Zuko is going to get his quirk checked up, he the quirk doctor decided this to um, tell them both how his quirk, how to aggravate his quirk, and for before he does warn him how it is pretty dark how to activate his quirk, meaning like death type, because they tell him they tell them both how it works, not how it works. Um, they, how to aggravate it, and how to aggravate it is by a fatal energy, energy, can't speak. Energy, in injury, injury, fatal injury, and um, Rico pretty much says, wait, so he kind of have to die, and Zuko is shocked about this. He's not speechless because he doesn't really. He yeah, he's just shocked just because he doesn't know what death is, but he kind of does. Or like actually he knows in a way, but he's super shocked. Um, and yeah, with it, and let me tell you how his quirk will work when like that happens to him, that type of thing. Um, he has two forms: one zombie, one ghost, and yeah, they don't know this yet, but yeah, what he can do with the ghost is what ghost does, like he can take over objects, move objects, turn visible and invisible just because. Um, possess people if you felt like it, and float. With zombie, he will have like a little urge to like eat brains and stuff like that, but like um he doesn't want to like eat human, so he'll just like eat like animals and like things are not human. So and he's in like Inko's like and back to like and with the zombie bit, he can um if like something gets off, he can just like put it back on. And yeah, that's how that will work. Back to like the character's point of view. Inko, neither of them want like they both know Inko and Zuko, Zuko, Inko feels like Zuko's too young to go through that, and same with Izuku. They both feel like, well, Zuko disagrees with his mom. This simple, and they don't know when and if the and and what they don't know when, and they'll just have it where they'll pretend he's quirkless, and for a while, just saying, or yeah, they'll just pretend he's quirkless when he's not, and Inko won't like get super. She will get a little depressed because like actually very depressed, worse than like um normal, but like she'll won't like look like in oh no she doesn't I don't know how to explain what how she probably just if you watch the original like she's mixed depressed and mixed like hey yeah the only reason she's depressed is just because like she yeah every she doesn't she at least keeps her health healthy but like every night it's just after that she's just like crying over and over during night and she definitely don't want like any still don't want like anything to happen to Zuko because mother do that is when Zuko goes back to school he um lies to Bakugo saying he's quirkless because he planned something out and no he just yeah he doesn't plan anything out but he thinks he, I don't know no change that instead of like what I just said about like hey he just tells him no he just tells him how his work is no he doesn't tell him yet until until like middle school because he just told him he'll tell him when he's in middle school, but like Bakugo thought like, oh yeah, he just and he decided like he thought that Zuko was quirkless, so he just keeps on going. That kid just as a bully type thing, and like but he still kind of want to know if he has a quirk or not. So he's not bullying him that much, just because like he's still curious. And if like he kind of thinks he is quirkless, but he doesn't know for sure. But he'll still bully him for a little, bully him in a less than like normal, but like still. Um, Time skip to near the time of like end of where the anime starts with where the anime starts in My Hero Academia starts near there, where it's like in the middle school type thing, and the teacher goes in like does his whole stick with like, okay class, I'm going like we're going to do papers. Yeah, no, never mind. I know you all want to be heroes, and chucks up in the air like in canon. Everyone uses quirks except Bakugo and the Izuku. Izuku still does take notes just because like just in case that like he would need to um no, he doesn't know he what type of death type quirk. No, actually he kind of does. He he thinks being like um fatal energy is either like ghost or zombie. So if ghost, he can probably like think of really good ideas to like use other people as like possess them, but like he doesn't know he'll get both zombie and zombie and ghosts. But he's hoping he'll do ghosts, but like he gets both zombie and ghosts. I'm repeating things. I'm sorry. Well, like at the end of the Bakugo still does his normal thing of like, yeah, I'm gonna be number one, and I'm just going to like, and everyone is just going to be D-lister sidekicks and stuff like that. I'm just good. And then the teacher says like, oh, you're also going UA? Oh yeah, Zuke is also planning to go UA. And Bakugo, of course, gets mad about it. Like, he still sus over like he didn't told me Bakugo thinking like he didn't told me his quirk or his quirkless, but still he still think he's quirkless in a way. And Deku at that same day, Deku was planning to tell um Bakugo after school, like after he gets out of school. Um, and then at the end of the class, Bakugo decided like he was still angry at Zuko, but like trying to get with his arrogant asshole way, doing the same thing he did in canon, which is like blowing up his desk and then like burning his notebook and chucking that same notebook out and telling him to swan dive off the roof in canon. Yes, that actually happens canon. If you didn't watch My Hero and the yeah, watch My Hero. It's kind of good. And like that's when Izuku decided to, I was planning to tell ya, and like when I got out of school, but like you know what, I'm gonna tell you now. He's thinking that like he says that, and he um Bakugo says what? tell me. Oh wait, tell me if. Oh, okay. It tell me what. Bakugo's like, tell me what. Bakugo, Izuku tells him how his quirk um has to be activated by a lethal injury 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 and says thanks for the idea to activate my quirk. And Izuku Bakugo is like, wait. Bakugo instantly regret saying that because like he he doesn't want to see someone like do that, but like he at the same time it's like he awkwardly says like you're welcome in like a confused way and like Bakugo just leaves and just go out thinking that he was joking, which Zuko wasn't, and he swans off, dives, swan does a swan dive off the roof of their school, of course, and Bakugo sees that like, and that's when he Bakugo straight up just grabs his phone, calls anyone that can help him because he doesn't because he's having a panic attack type thing. He's like panicking in a way. He's like he didn't expect that he wasn't joking, and um, he calls Inko, his mom. His mom doesn't know about his quirk, and a ambulance, ambulance, yeah, ambulance to get there. Um, Inko, and then like when right when everyone get there, Inko's just like same time like scared at same time of scared and like finally my and feeling like finally he activate his quirk. So she's like scared for him. At the same time, she's like pretty happy that like his quirk might actually not might will aggravate because he what the quirks the doctor said to her. And so like she's not really like crying away, but like she's still like scared and like all that feelings. And right when everyone gets there, Zuko just like because first form is like the um, zombie bit. He pretty much just gets up, arrive at this like passes, and like he knows he's technically dead, and at the same time his quirk he knows his quirk activated, and he feels like he's quirk activated, which it did, duh, and also he have an urge for like brains, and he knows there's like people here, and he doesn't want to like eat their. He just grabs a bunny that just ran and start eating that. Eat, break the skull open, eat that bunny brain, and like Inko, no, everyone's just shocked, but at the same time, like Inko decided to like explain everything with Exuku also explaining everything, and um, dang it, Bakuro's ma, I think Miski Miski is furious at Inko for not telling her because like she like she's right literally her best friend and like you don't like keep secrets from best friends that much. Or like you don't not all secrets but like a serious secret like that. But like at the same time she then at the end of her like at for Inko to calm her down, she says like she her um defense is pretty much like if she says to Miski saying like if I told you you would have freaked out and like be um worried constantly and Miski's like it says like as a response to that like sure yeah right and Inko gets mad and says like the reason I know that because I've been she said to Miski's like saying she been going through that for like ever since Zuko was told his quirk what his quirk would be and now she doesn't need to worry anymore because like it aggravated but it might be dark as aggravation type but like yeah after this they like her and Izuku goes to the quirk doctor to see which two is because they still think it's one or the other when it's actually both. They tell them what I said earlier about like the abilities and he's able to switch through. And Zuko decides to like try to switch to Ghost because he's in his zombie form at the moment. He switches to his ghost form. They see like pretty much this in a way without the chain. Like no chain there. But pretty much this. And yeah. And he decides to like turn invisible, see what he can do. He turns back and forth, trying to turn back to this to that over and over. He gets that really down, but he doesn't know any and they tell him the quirk doctor tells him what abilities he could do. Like I said earlier, the zombie form he could like put like if something gets cut off or he can just pick up that part and just put it back on and be fine. And also like strength and speed because speed also and also Deku would say like there is a hunger for brains because the zombie and for him and they'll add that to it. I don't know what type of name for the quirk should be called. Zombie ghost or like ghost zombie or something like that. Um. Oh, sorry. Oh, uh, and also with the ghost third part, like I said earlier in the video, he can like go through things. Um, he can also like take over technology because like I think ghosts can do that too, and also knock over things, pick up things with like ghost powers. Um, he can also go through, like I said, go through walls. I think he might be able to teleport, but like I'm not sure. I didn't say that earlier, but like I just thought that that now he probably could teleport if he like been there before. And so yeah, with um with all that explained out and what he's able to do and not do. Oh yeah, and also they also tell him about the thing with um possessing people, which he planned about and like and he was with this he probably could at least maybe become number one, but like also he could become number two. And after this, he takes like um the training bit for the UA the UA entrance exam for the 10-month thing. And no, but but I don't think maybe later in the story in maybe he could get one for all, but like I doubt that because like I kind of don't want to give him one for all. And if anyone gives me any ideas for like more abilities for the ghost bit form, and probably also zombie form, because I can't unless I think of any more abilities he could get. Um, yeah, he decides to like pretty much clean the garbage on the beach, and like he he's doing this in his zombie form because it's technically close enough to his human, where he could like build up muscle. And yeah, is if he's if you really think about it, he's technically immortal because like he's also technically undead, pretty much an undead quirk in a way, but he could like shift his zombie into ghosts. Um, so yeah, with the what's called UA skip to he gets the um beach clean up like in canon, like how long, but he did the whole beach. And like, yeah, when he goes to UA, um, entrance exam, he was like he's in his zombie form at the moment, and he um in a way like in canon he does kind of trip just because like um not just because um he's rated or anything, he just his leg accidentally fall off because this is a recurring thing, of course, because he's a damn because he's pretty much, yeah, he's in his zombie form. Um, yeah, Uraka does help him back up, and she does get freaked out just because she like literally see in person just the leg just falls off. Um, this is a rare thing, anyways, with not recurring, but like recurring enough where it's like a rare thing. It's like a 1 month, once a for 4 months this will happen. And it's only when, yeah. And he puts on his leg back on, like literally puts his leg back on. And when he gets into like the bit where President Mike is talking about the um, robots, Ida like said like his stick with like he, like he's disappointed didn't was hoping they forgot to he forgot to talk about the 0 pointer and also um yeah, President Mike pretty much said like yeah he was going to get to there and like yeah after that he after that like he Ida sits back down and then like yeah President Mike pretty much just says like in canon that like it's just a obstacle. Um, just run from it. Yeah. So yeah. In well, like with when they get to the thing, Zuko sees Uraraka just freaking out, and he just decides to go up to her and calm her down, but Ida does his thing like, yeah, you're gonna make have that person fail on it. At that point, he doesn't want to deal with Ida, so he just turns to ghost form, turns invisible, and just go to Uraka and turn visible again, and tell her thanks for like stopping me from falling. And Uraka's like, who are you? And he just turns to zombie form, and like and now that he turned to zombie form, Uraka's like, oh, it's you, and all that, and yeah, he talks and like say like made it where she gets calmed down and like she's calmer now just because like of the um little talk type thing. Now like with then like when right when the doors open he just pretty much just goes through and President Mike pretty much is the same thing. There's no countdowns in a real battle type thing. And with Go Go Go, there's no real countdowns. That whole thing, like in canon, and Suku's like taking down some 1 pointers, 2 pointers, and 3 pointers, and like 10 1 pointers, 15 2 pointers, and 20 3 pointers at this little bit at the moment, and when he's just taking out now he's like taking out like multiple 3 pointers, still taking out three 1 pointers, 3 pointers, and 2 pointers, and he using both forms over and over, and then he like when the 0 pointer comes out, he hears a like stream, and it's Uraka like in canon, stuck on rubble, and then he just goes help her out and he goes in his ghost form. He wants to test out something just in case because I think I did yeah, he knows this actually. He didn't do it yet, but like he wants to test if it'll work. He does know he has this ability, but he wants to test it out. He tries to take over the 0 pointer, which he was successful, but for a little while. He at least made it where he at least move it where it's going the other way instead of the way of like where a rocket is or Ochako is, and Rocket Ochako, and then um went out of it where it's like walk in a different area, and then he pretty much goes in zombie form, picks up the rubble that's Uraka's under, and then um put her on like his shoulder or something, and run to recovery girl, and have a recovery girl heal Uchaka, and so yeah, he eventually gets his letter from UA and saying like he got in with like such a with if I have to like guess, probably like 90 90 villain points and 30. Why not? 30 hero points. Limit. Yeah, 120 points in total. And he will be going into 1A. Time skip to like when he gets to 1A, and when he's at the door of 1A, he opens it and sees Bakugo and Ida's arguing, which is a pointless argument because like to do this chillaxing as desk at the most with his feet up, it doesn't really matter because like at the same time, yeah, Ida's just not a teacher. He's just not. So like Ida should just wait until the teacher season. And like Bakugo sees like Deku and like simply this wave, and like Deku sits near Bakugo because like he's technically the only person he knows at the moment. And with and then everyone pretty much gets in. Ida does like say like, yeah, you lift a thing about like um superior student or something like with the hero thing, blah 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 type thing. And like Zuko pretty much says like, why would there like doesn't understand how he's more superior just because he was just doing what a hero would do. And yeah, Uraka comes in, thanks Deku. Now, okay, now Deku now is like how is like in the good way Deku, instead of like Bakugo now sees it as like, hey, with yeah, with the Deku thing with Bakugo and Zuko is not like, it's not really like mean anymore. It's not for like a bully type thing, Deku type, like a little nickname. And Uraka, yeah, Uraka just says thanks, and Mr. Ozawa just comes up and like says they need to do a quirk thing, little test for their quirks, physical type test type thing. And Uraka says like in canon, say like, oh, what about like that meeting type thing, and or oh yeah, that little meeting type thing, and or like about, yeah, about that. Azal said, pretty much says like a canon, saying like UA doesn't really have it where you have to like go to orientation if the teacher says pretty much, and also it's this class and he can teach it how he wants. And they go pretty much go out and does the goes get changed. Mineta still does find the hole, and Zuko pretty much just turned to his ghost form and possesses Mineta to cover up the hole with the sticky ball. And like he also decides to like, why not? I'll just go and like make him super confused, and he just have him like get already dressed and like already out of the thing. No, yeah, yeah, make him very confused. And he gets out, go back as in his zombie form, gets all dressed, and Mineta's point of view, it's like, wait, how, wait, what? How did I get out here? What? It's like that. And back to like Zuko in the plot bits. He's like everyone's just getting dressed and now they're out. And like oh man. I think Bakugo would still get the highest score, and Zuko has the second highest, so he'll be going second with the ball throw. Bakugo does the same things. His cannonball bit with Zuko. I with Zuko with everything else he gets pretty okay, and like with ball throw he gets infinity, and also the reason he gets infinity because he decides to go in his ghost form and just um use the use his ghost bits to chuck not chuck but like blast the ball into space, and once it gets in space until it hits something, that's when like it stops. So yeah. So he's pretty much tied up with Uraka with that with the what's called ball throw, but everything else he's like average, or and everyone else get like um their own like things, and no one, and yes he did is Azawa did said like if anyone gets is on the bottom gets expelled, but like a cannon it is just a logical ruse, and yeah. The next he um is the what's called damn what's called hero versus villains bit. um Teams are like in canon, um and with Bakugo does kind of fights does want to fight on Zuku, which he gets to do. But like Zuko pretty much like not in the mood for it because like I don't know, just because he doesn't want. I don't know. Actually, he does go through the fight just for a while, but he eventually gets bored because like until he does the Bakugo does pull the pin on his gauntlets, but like he does know like Zuko won't die because like he's in his zombie form at the moment. And All Might still says like, no, don't you kill him type thing, like in canon. But um, Bakugo says in mid pull, no, this will just um buy me time for like to get capture Uraka. That's all it will do. And it's kind of confused why, and asks it's like why you say that because Bakugo pretty much says it won't like kill him. He's technically already dead. So yeah, and Bakugo does that and blows him up into like pieces, but like his body at least even technically in three pieces. His head, his like torso, and still on has his arms on, and his legs is still there. So his legs tries to find the body, his body tries to find the head, and he finally gets his head back on, which to that took a little while. At that moment, he pretty much turns to ghost form and like goes straight for the bomb. And he goes back to zombie form, touches the bomb, and hero team wins. Simple. Uh, might as well stop here. And no, and I forgot to say this. I don't own either of these pictures. I didn't find any watermark, but this one has one. And I think that's the watermark there of this person. So, guess find that person. I don't know if you want to like see more of that person's art or something. I don't know. Um, oop, yeah. I think that's all for now because the next episode I'll get into the um USJ. So, yeah.